with us the moment you realized your legacy, your years of service to the community needed to be digitized and just not stuck in a binder on your shelf?
Well, I found out about the Bridge of the Digital God. I had no idea. Trust me, I had no idea about digitalization. So I came here. I want to tell you, they're so involved in the community. I know nothing. I have a computer. I turn it on and turn it off, and that's about it. I have a phone. My granddaughter moved from the house, and I don't know how to do most things, but Allie and her husband Isaac, they're very patient with seniors. And that's the thing. They have a beautiful place in South Central. It's beautiful for seniors because we don't know about digitalization. So Ali was telling me, well, Mr. Happy, you got to put it online and you can reach more people. And I was here, I saw them with teaching kids and teaching seniors, and they're so patient. They're always smiling. And Isaac is all in the community at the malls doing this for the seniors, in the churches, in the community centers. And Ali said, wait, we got to take it out and get it like a newspaper. Blast it out. I said, well, okay. And so what I've been able to do, some of the things that I have in my binder. People always talk about the kids. They always talk about the kids. And so I say smart kids make smart choices. Well, whose kids are they? They're your kids. The kids are based on the parenting. And we always talk about, if I say kids get better, when parents get better. I can quote some things out of here that will blow your mind. We always talk about what kids don't do, but what do parents offer the kids? Parents, they have time to watch television, they have time to go fishing, they have time for this. And we could tell what's important to you by what you spend your money on. Mm-hmm. And we could tell how important your kids are to you, how much time you spend with them. Okay? I remember in 1992, we did a workshop at LA High School. It was called Concerned Parents and Education. This was when I was a part of the United Way. And Dr. Mary Bacon, a black lady from Northern California, she had a doctorate degree. Dr. Mary Bacon, I'll never forget her. She said, across the board, parents participate from K to 6, 75 to 85. Now this was in 92. She said from 7 to 9, 25%. She said from 10 to 12, 2% across the board. Wow. So where are the parents? I can tell how important your kids are to you by the time you spend a week with them. If you spend 2.5 minutes a week with your children, you don't know what school they're going to. You might know the school, I'm sorry. You don't know who their friends are. You don't know what books they're reading. You don't belong to the PTA. You don't volunteer at the school. And when something happens to them, you blame it on the teacher. But where is your investment with your children? The teachers do their job, but read this book. Your kids are your own fault. Now, if you think I'm lying, go to YouTube and look up Larry Wingate, and Larry's going to hurt your feelings because he's going to say some things that's going to hurt you. On the front of Larry's book says, this book will make you squirm, make you mad, sometimes make you laugh out loud, and mostly make you think very carefully. How about you raising your kids? You raise those kids. Those are the things that Larry talks about. We talk about what's mentally strong parents don't do. You love your kids. You tell your kids they can be anything they want to be, but they can't be anything they want to be. A 5'3" person cannot play in the NBA. Huh? You love your kids and you tell your kids they are great. They're only great to you. You tell them they're special to you, but what are you invested in your kids? You say your kids, they don't want to do this or they don't want to do that. Hey, what are the boundaries that you have established in your home for your children? What are the consequences of their choices? You promise them something and you don't do it, and now your kids know mom and daddy, they're a liar. Huh? You say you got strong-willed kids. We have a book on that. Whose home are they raised in? So you don't know, you're uninvolved with them, and then they turn out a certain way, and you say, woe is me. But when you were at the club, when you were playing golf, when you were doing everything, you were involved with everybody. You don't know your kids' friends. You weren't a part of the PTA, but you watch every football game, every basketball game. But what classes are your kids involved in? What are your kids learning in school? Are you participating? And you want to blame the society, the TV programs, et cetera, et cetera. Your TV, turn your TV off. But no, you want to blame the teachers. The teachers are doing their jobs. How many books have you read to your children? How many things have you taught? Have you played ball with your kids? Have you been to anything, participate with the school chaperone, at chaperone dances or chaperone the outings that the kids go? No, you don't, but you love your kids. It's just like you want to build a home. You buy the land, you get an architect, you get a contractor. What do you do for your kids? Are you involved? Of course not. But you want to blame the society. You want to blame the television. You want to blame everybody but you. I'm asking you, when are you going to invest in your kids' future? You know, when you want to buy a home, you say, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. How do you say that for the kids? Here's what I say. You got a kid that's born, and it's a blank slate. And you say, I want my kid to be a doctor. Why? So you could feel good about you. But do you engage in what it takes for that kid to be a doctor? Are you engaged with that child's future? Or do you want a 35-year-old kid who's now, you see, I didn't raise kids. I raised 3 adult women. Or do you, at 35 years, one more time, the kid's coming back home to live off of mama and daddy, smoking weed, can't keep a job, can't be in a relationship because mama and daddy made them special. And now they're 35 and you're 65 or 75 and you're still supporting their behavior. Wow. And who are you blaming? Are you looking at how you parented or lack of parenting? I suggest that you might want to get in touch with the Annie E. Casey Foundation. Check out this. It's about everything about kids in America. Well, where are you? You're not involved. You let someone else do it. The teacher do it, the preacher do it, someone else. When are you going to do it? When are you going to teach your kids to go out and play? When are you going to play with them? When are you going to read to them? It's your parent. As Larry says, you might get mad at us, but we're going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you one more time. Go to YouTube and Larry Wingate, Winget. Oh, Larry's going to hurt your feelings, but you're going to learn how to parent. All right. Thank you much.
That's amazing. And it sounds like, so tell our audience what this journey has been like, learning how to go digital at 86.
How to go digital. I still don't know, but I'm learning. They're teaching me. You know, I have a cell phone, and my granddaughter, she moved away from me, and I don't know how to do a whole lot of things. But as I mentioned earlier, how I got involved with the digital guide. We seniors, I was born in 1939, and what they taught us then, they don't have that today. And we seniors, we're afraid of things. You know, we want to hold on to the old stuff. What they taught me in elementary school in 1945, they don't teach today. When kids are born, they give them a little cell phone, and those kids know more on that little cell phone than I know at 86. By the time they're 3, they could teach me. And so we seniors have to have an open mind, because the first phone we had when I was a kid in Detroit, there was a party line with 13 people. You had to crank the phone. That's what we had. You know, and then when they had a typewriter, and then we had a mimeograph machine, and then we had a fax machine. But now everything is digital. I see things even today now. I want to take a note when you can take a picture. I want to write a note. And then when I take the picture, I still can't find it on my damn phone. I have to ask Allie. I can laugh about me because I don't know. And the smartest man in the world is the man who doesn't know and admits that he doesn't know. So as the digital guy, they take the, you know, Allie, she has a demeanor that she's just so quiet and she's so this. And it just utterly, I'll have an appointment with her and she'll be with somebody and I just sit around. I don't have anything but time but to wait. Because I even asked her husband, does she ever raise her voice at anyone? Allie just, but And that's what they do for us. That's what they do for me. They understand I know that I don't know. That's why I'm here. And so when she scanned out, when she updates my website, she and her husband decided to do a podcast to get this out there for you seniors like me to come in, because they teach at at senior centers. They go to schools and churches. And I'm going to say this about our community: we don't participate and go out and get this information, and these people do it for free, and it blows my mind. And anytime I can help them, I'm there for them. And sometimes I bring Ali lunch, so you have to buy lunch. So what I'm saying, we have to overcome the struggle of getting new information. See, most of us, we have what we call confirmation bias. What we did, we're not willing to new information, because until I get unlearn some of the things I learned, I won't be able to take in new information, because I'm going to compare this new information with what I did in 1955 and 1965. Huh? I remember when the cell phone came out, it was a big box. I had a big box. This was in the 70s, you understand? And now they got cell phones. They got cell phones have more power than Houston did when they sent the man to the moon. So that's what I'm saying. We have to learn from these young people with the technology. And then we have to do this. Then we have to mentor the youth with the experience. I don't condemn youth. I ask them, where do they want to go? What do they want to be? And why? And what are they going to do to accomplish that? I'm going to, see, when people say what you ought to do and what you must do and what you should do, those are commands. And those are external. But I say, what could I do? What could I do? I could be willing to go over here. I ride the bus, ride a taxi, or whatever to get here, because I'm invested in me, and I'm asking the seniors out there, as Ali and Isaac, to invest in themselves. Turn off your TV, because the people on TV getting paid, you're not getting paid anything. And when you come here, you're paying yourself, and you can take it back to your community, to your grandchildren, and to your friends and neighbors who are seniors. Thank you.
Yes, that's great.